St. Patrick's Day. Big waves to everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, all right, all right. Listen, the word for today got it got me flowing. So I hope that we can leak it over to you this morning to make you have a magnificent day out there. So that's our prayer. Good to see everybody. And if you're new to the Coach's Corner, we pick a word of the day and we expand on it. And I'll tell you, this community since 2020 has been such a light in my life, which kind of goes with our word today, light. So we'll talk about that in a minute. We have a couple of birthdays today.
One is here. I think you know him.
So Lisa Boyd's birthday is today. Joy Woolstein, her birthday is today. I actually just sent her a message. Both of these people a message this morning. But then my son, Mr. Peyton Palmer, or I'm Peyton's dad now, as everybody likes to say. Yeah, you're Peyton's dad. So Peyton Palmer, I hope you have the most amazing day ever. We'll sing to you at the end. But whose word of the year was light?
Cherise Williams.
Oh, is she here?
She is.
Oh, good, good, good. All right. Well, we get to spend a little time with her upcoming in Utah. So we're excited about that. And the word is light. And to get right into it, it's like, first of all, the definition is light is the natural agent that makes things visible. But it also symbolizes positivity, encouragement, and clarity to those around you. So where I went this morning is, what does being the light really mean? Will Garson, Hill Blue, like, what does being the light really mean? Well, number one, it means showing up with kindness, with strength, and with purpose. Showing up to the world around you with kindness, with strength, with purpose. It also means being encouragement to someone in dark times. I always say I'm in the people business, and someone's best day today is someone's worst day. So there's always someone to show up to in a dark moment. It also means when you're the light, you believe in people before they believe in themselves. Isn't that a cool job? Where you're giving them strength, you're giving them encouragement, you're giving them positivity, you're the light. You actually believe in their talents before they believe in their own talents. But man, isn't it fun to watch them come into their own and start to believe, start to dream, start to get excited, start to inspire other people. And you're like, man, my joy, my win is I believed in that person before they believed in themselves. I was the light. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So why is it important for all of us to be the light? And let me say this. I pray, here's what I pray, that I never get to a point where I think I'm too big to be the light, like to call someone, to cheer them up, to encourage them. When I get to the point, if I ever get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm too big of a deal to do that, shame on me. Shame on me for being that person. Be that person that in that dash, I'm going to be the light. I'm going to challenge myself. Who can I inspire today? Who can I motivate today? Who can I be there for them in a dark time? Why is that important? Because the world's full of negativity. If you're not the light, Brenda Carlton, for somebody today, it's a missed opportunity. Because the world's a negative place. They need Brenda to show up in their life. They need Valerie Randall, Valerie Hine, I'll always call you Valerie Randall, I think, to show up, right, Valerie? And here's the thing, here's what we get from it. The more we show up, the more we inspire, and the more people are drawn to us for being the light. And here's what it does. It gives when I'm the light, when I'm excited, when I'm fired up, it gives other people permission to shine, to dance. So it's so funny. Every now and then I get I get an opportunity to be like an MC of an event, and especially men. Never fails. Like the men in the crowd, they're all, stern and got their arms crossed, and they don't really want to like let it loose. And then I'm kind of one of those introvert extrovert type. I can get extroverted for a minute. And so when I tell them, look, I'm gonna jump around and be crazy, like take 2 hours and just let it loose, have fun. And you almost see the guys like it's a little uncomfortable for them at first, but then they start to dance, they start to jump around, they start to have fun. And I think that's what being the light does. Like when you shine, you're giving other people permission to say, you know what, you can go do it too. You can go do it too. You can go have fun here too and do that. So that's my thought today, Andrea. I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson, Coach. Appreciate that. And I'm so glad that you saw potential in me back in the day and we're the light in our lives. So that was the big deal. So thank you for that. And great word, Sharice. So this was a fun one to look into. So the quote that I found was, nothing can dim the light that shines from within. And that's Maya Angelou. So what I looked into was like, okay, that sounds good, but how? Tell me how, tell me how, give me the to-do list, give me the action item. How can we be a light in this world? And first of all, I've got to choose positivity, and it's a choice. And sometimes, especially I first get up in the morning and maybe I'm looking at that to-do list and I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or whatever it may be. And I realize, oh, I'm not choosing positivity right now. I'm not looking for the blessing. I'm looking at the struggle. So if I really want to be the light, I've got to choose to look for the light in all things that are happening around me, to me, all of that. So even in the tough situations, I've got to look for the lesson and not necessarily the struggle. Next, I've got to encourage other people. Excuse me, that simple, kind word. You know how that happens where, let's just say you're at the grocery store and somebody gives you that authentic smile and you're like, oh, well, and you just walk a little taller, or you get a compliment from somebody and you might not take compliments very well, but you still feel it on the inside where you're like, oh, that felt good. So we can bring that to other people every single day, be it a text, like I just saw a glimpse of one pop up on my screen. Thank you, Brenda. So it can be a really quick little text of love, or it could be a phone call, or it could just be a smile. But just find ways that we can encourage people. As Coach says, make somebody else's day better because we showed up in it. Just find a way to add that positivity. Next is to lead with love. And I read a parenting book. Okay. So this was a parenting book that I should have read 20 years ago, but I only read it within, I'm going to say, the last 3 years. And it's called Good Inside. And I'm going to highly recommend it to everyone, whether or not you have kids. So you might be able to skim some of it, but it was such a light life lesson of working with people where it says that every single person is good inside. And when they're acting out, and it's talking about kids, but when they're acting out in a negative way, it's because there's a hurt or a need that's not met, or they're scared. Like, so our job in this world is to find out why we're not seeing the good inside on the outside, right? So let's figure out how to see it. But I feel like that really works in business too. When somebody's complaining or somebody's hurt or somebody's having a hard moment, if I choose to say, okay, well, this is still a good person. They might be yelling at me, but they are still a good person. There is a pain point in here. And if I lead with love in this moment, we can get to the other side, regardless of what the issue is. Always leading with love, whether in our business or personal life, people will remember what that feels like when we're working with them, right? In all ways. Next, to be a light, we've got to be ourselves. We got to be authentic. Sometimes we want to put that, you know, little mask on. Anybody else? Like everything's perfect, everything's awesome, whatever it may be. But you know what? Life is messy. And if we show a little bit of our mess and we are our authentic self out in the world, and that doesn't mean that we're like whiny McGee, it just means that we show our reality with the people around us. Well, then that allows other people to shine into us and see that, you know what? Nobody has to be perfect. We can all have messes and still be a light in this world. Serve others. So if we truly want to be a light, find a way to serve someone. Helping in any way is a great way to be a light in someone's world. We've got to protect our own light. So sometimes there are people, I think, is it John Gordon that says this, Coach, the energy vampires? Is that the right? Okay. Thank you, Brenda. So there are people out there that when you're up, they want to pull that energy into them and they want to pull you down. And we have to know that there are going to be people like that. So we can love them, but we might have to love them from afar and let them see our light from a distance. We can be like a lighthouse from them, and they can be a ship way out in that water. And then lastly, I'm going to say, question yourself. If we truly want to be a light in this world, we've got to ask ourselves, am I a safe place for someone to bring me their dark? And that might sound a little strange, but because sometimes being a light means that we need to hold space for somebody that's in a dark moment, for someone that has a negative feeling, or they're hurt or they're scared or whatever it may be. For me to truly be a light, I've got to be open to hearing that. So I'm not saying surround yourself with it, but where there's a person in your life that normally is light giving, right? And they're in a dark moment, we'll be there to absorb that. And we can put some of our light back into them by truly listening and being a safe space in those moments. So Charisse, great word. Hope all of you go shine today. And I can't wait to sing to Peyton Palmer on
It's
this
gonna be-
very special birthday.
All right, before we sing, we're going to give away 2 books. I've been giving this away, and I just want to say, first of all, Michael, he knows who he is. Thanks for jumping on this morning. Actually was able to have the opportunity to be on a Zoom with him the other day, and what a pleasantry. Just one of those that, you find people when you have conversations that are just fun to be around, and they're light and they're happy and all of that. And so super grateful. And then he's on this morning. So thanks for the hookup, Al, with that. So Dare to Dream. I've been sending these out. I'm going to send these out to 2 people today. So put dream in the comments. Never stop dreaming. Never stop fighting for what you want in this life. That's the fun. That'll keep it going. So here we go. 2 people, Andrea. Oh, this makes Andrea nervous. She's afraid she's going to mess up. Okay. 5, 4, 3. Look at all these dreams. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Andrea, who's the 2 winners?
Okay, we've got 2. We've got Arlene Hutchinson. So we're going to have to get that new address, and Pat Ogden. So congratulations.
Pat Ogden and
Woo-hoo!
Arlene. Okay. Yes,
2
yes.
winners.
Hope the book doesn't get blown away, Arlene, out there in that windy city you're in. Okay.
And you both should have my numbers. So Arlene, I know you have my number. Pat, I'm sure you do too. So go ahead and text me your addresses as soon as you can.
Okay. This is for you, Peyton. Here we go. Clear your voice.
Hold on. I gotta unmute everybody. Whew. Unless Dad, you did too.
Happy
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Love you. Happy
birthday to you.
Many
more.
Everybody have a
great
day.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Strong little
Good
wife.
for you. Great day out
Happy
there.
birthday.